Here we are at the Scouting Combine, continuing to talk to the guys who will be chasing around the NFL's quarterbacks sooner rather than later. Clemson defensive lineman Bryan Bresee joins us now. Bryan, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Glad to have you here. Number one recruit coming out of high school, huh?
Yep.
You know, I was as well.
Oh, there you
Did
go.
you know that?
I did not.
See?
Oh, I did not.
We got
all about me.
something.
It's all about me. I was the number one recruit.
Well, I wasn't really going to go there, but I know he was. And what, did you
I was
have?
giving him a hard
I
time.
know. Hey, you're a jerk. But did you ever feel pressure from that? Like when you committed to Clemson and got there, like you had to live up to some certain standard?
Yeah. No. For me, once I got to Clemson, it was just about getting on the field and getting to work. It was never, anything like, because I am a number one recruit or whatever it was that I had to do anything special.
Yeah.
So, what's your experience been like so far here in Indy?
Yeah, it's been. I mean, this is obviously like a dream of mine to be here. It's been a little hectic, but it's an honor to be here. So.
Give me something that's happened that you didn't expect.
A very, very long day in the hospital. I didn't think that comes
right?
with the combine, but yeah, that and sometimes some stuff can be a little crazy, but it's been good.
Now is it sit around and wait? Is that what it was?
That's
a lot of
mostly,
sit around and
yeah,
wait.
that's mostly
So what do
what
you
it
do when you're sitting around and waiting?
Look at your phone.
Netflix, whatever you can, just try to pass time.
It's ridiculous.
Try to
You're a little
nap.
bit like, wait, don't I have I got some important things to do here? Why am I it's 4 hours I've been here now, right? It is weird. You get drug tested yet? Have they done that
we have
to you?
Not yet.
Not
We
yet?
have not.
So it's coming to a morning soon to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a big okay?
Oh God.
When did you become this when did you know, okay, I'm going to be like a huge guy and hit this growth spurt or whatever?
I've always been big. Since my freshman year, I was probably like 6'4", 220. And then when I left high school, I was 6'5", 290. So.
Wow, you were that big leaving. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What are mom and dad? They both big too?
Yeah, my dad's about 6'3". He played college football. My mom's like 5'10". She played college basketball.
Right.
So,
all right. So, yeah, you got some good bloodlines there.
Yeah.
We were talking to one of your teammates earlier about the challenges of being a big guy and running down the hill at Clemson and not falling.
Yeah. It's carpet. So you're in cleats and you're on carpet. It's like you're scared that you're going to slide, and the hill's like very, very steep. So
there's a lip too or something
that you're supposed to jump off of, but it was more of just a gallop and a very slow kind of trot down the hill. It was not. Some people jump and so it's crazy. Yeah, it wasn't me.
What brought you? Ultimately, I Clemson's amazing.
Yeah.
I know you probably had to pick wherever you wanted to go. Who did it come down to, and what ultimately got you to Clemson?
Yeah. I was down between Clemson and Georgia were my last two schools.
Right.
When Clemson had just had Christian and Dexter and Cleveland and Austin Bryant and all those guys leave, and I saw what they had and what they were building at Clemson, and meeting with all the coaches. I thought it's where I would grow the most as a player and as a man and be challenged, so that's what it came down to for me.
Who gave you the biggest challenge during your college career? Who's the guy that you had the hardest time dealing with?
That I've played against?
Yeah.
Or in practice?
Yeah.
I want both. We want both, okay? We want both.
Practice, I would say, not an O-lineman, but Trevor Lawrence in practice was tough to play against.
Right.
It's like he had eyes in the back of his head. So he was tough. A whole unit, I would say, my freshman year playing against Notre Dame's O-line that they had. They had a really good
O-line. Some dudes there. Yeah.
Definitely, worked very well together. Picked up a lot of games that we would throw at them. So yeah.
Right. What's the thing in your game where you're like, okay, college, I'm the man, but what do you got to get better at? At least in your evaluation before you get into the NFL.
Yeah. I think there's some technical stuff that I can always improve on: hand placement, footwork, staying low, just things that you always can improve on that I've been working on this offseason and will continue to work on.
Anybody you lean on from old Clemson players, Sexy Dexy, Christian Wilkins, anybody you talk to, do they help you out with hand placement, things like that?
Yeah, they're not back super often, but Coach Easton, who we had this past year as played in the NFL, coached in the NFL, came to Clemson, so he's just super knowledgeable and definitely helped out a lot this year.
Right.
Which NFL team did you root for growing up?
I was split. Never really a die-hard fan of any team, but I would go to Washington and Baltimore games. They were both like 45 minutes away, so kind of split time there.
You got a guy that's, NFL that you've always looked up to as far as defensive lineman, where you've been like, man, that's who I want to model my game after?
Yeah, I mean, I loved watching J.J. Watt growing up,
Yeah.
Brian Kerrigan.
Yeah.
I love watching now Chris Jones. I mean, there was a bunch, DeMarcus Ware,
Sure.
Dwight Freeney, all these guys
Right.
that I really, really enjoyed watching growing up.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback you can't wait to sack?
Whoever I play that week.
I thought you were going to get bonus points if you said Trevor, because now you got a chance to get back at him.
You know what?
For
Next
tormenting
time I
you in
get
practice.
asked, next time I get asked, that's what I'm going to say.
A lot of the times we sit up here, we ask about Nick Saban, we talk to Bama players, right? And sometimes like Dabo Swinney, I feel like doesn't get maybe the credit he deserves for how amazing, one of the greatest college coaches in history.
Yeah.
What, like in your assessment, what makes him so good? And give us like maybe if you can a good Dabo Swinney story for us.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's a great leader. A great leader to everybody, the coaches on the staff, the players, everybody from top to bottom.
Is he great energy every day?
Every day he comes with the same energy.
Right.
He's always, super positive with everybody, but is not scared to chew somebody out when he has to.
Right.
It's like a good balance from him. Like, you respect him completely, but he's also a personable kind of guy
approach
with his
him a little,
players.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
He cuss? Does he cuss at all? 4-letter words?
Very, very, very rarely.
I
And
was
if he
gonna
does,
say,
it's
I
in the
didn't-
Bible.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But no.
Yeah, you got a good story with Dabo where he, maybe cussed you out, or even a funny story, anything like that?
I mean, I would say this season something that you would not expect from Coach Sweeney. I forget what game it was. It was a home game though, and all week he's talking about it's going to be a dogfight.
Right.
Like, it's going to be one of those games. And he comes in, so we'll have like a pregame a meeting Friday before we leave for the hotel, and he comes in with a pair of all black Air Forces on, Air Force Ones in there with a baseball bat on his shoulder to the meeting.
Man.
Yeah, so
That's
that
cool.
was something that
What was he trying to
he's
say
coming
there?
in to like dancing,
rob the
walking
bank,
in.
or
no,
what?
just that it was going to be a dogfight.
Right.
He's
ready for a fight.
Yeah,
ready for a
going there.
brawl.
Yep.
That's cool.
When teams look at your game film, what's the one game that you would want them to focus on that best shows who you are?
This year, I would say the UNC game this year against in the ACC championship game.
What about it? What'd you do in that game?
I think I just really affected the game, disrupt the quarterback a lot, had him out of the pocket.
F up the play, that's his stat.
Yeah.
He came up with it a few years ago.
I'm like, no joke, because you guys get screwed over too much where you affect plays or ruin the play, but you didn't get the tackle or sack, and then nobody knows you did a great job.
But you created so much chaos
Right.
that somebody else was able to make an easy play.
Right, yeah. So, same thing, same kind of thing, Didn't have a huge stat line that game, but, I think I was really able to affect the game.
Yeah, disruption. That's the key right there. All right, so you big F for you. What do we like? What's the normal day of diet or food for somebody like you right now? I know not right here at the Combine, but when we're at home, we're comfortable, we're working out, whatever.
Yeah,
Let me hear it.
A lot of food. My parents are happy I'm out of the house. No more grocery bills.
I bet.
Yeah. It's not like I'm counting my calories.
No,
that
I
kind
didn't
of
think
stuff.
you were.
Yeah,
You're a very put together 305. Are you 305? Is that
300,
pretty fair?
305. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And just like whatever's on the menu that
you
day.
don't care.
Yeah.
So you're not looking like I'm
Not
only
very
going to
picky.
eat protein in the morning. Like you'll do it
After
all.
a workout, I'll try to go get some like chicken and white rice and veggies. But no, I'm not super picky about any of that kind of
What's
stuff.
your favorite dessert?
Ice cream. Love ice cream. Yeah, love ice cream.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Who in the NFL that you've been compared to makes the most sense?
I don't really know who I've really been compared to be honest with you. I think anybody who's a bigger, athletic kind of D tackle. Like I said, like a Chris Jones maybe, or like a J.J. Watt, a bigger guy who's explosive, uses their hands well, is able to get to the quarterback, and is stout on the run.
Game. Yeah. 3 tech, we're talking like
Yeah.
you think
Yeah,
mostly,
yeah.
right? I mean, Yeah, you think you have versatility to do, like, go outside, bump outside a little?
Yeah, I mean, I've played this season all the way from a 0 to a 5.
Yeah.
End of the season, I was more out at the end, but it was just a game plan kind of thing. But yeah, feel comfortable everywhere.
Cool. All right, Brian, hopefully this was more fun than sitting around in a hallway at a hospital waiting to move on with your day. There he is, Bryan Bresee from Clemson. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Good luck,
yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.